If you've been waiting or hesitating or telling yourself, I'll just wait one more year, well, 2026 is the year that forces a decision. And not because the market crashes, not because prices collapse, but because the freeze that we've all been living in and experiencing is finally starting to thaw out. 2026 is going to be the start of a new cycle. It's very, very exciting. Hear me out. Stay for the video. I've got 7 points for the Hampton Roads real estate predictions for you guys. And if you own a home, plan to move, or are sitting on equity in Hampton Roads, what happens next this year matters a lot to you. I'm John King with Berkshire Hathaway RW Town Realty, and I'm going to be breaking down exactly what I believe is coming for the Hampton Roads real estate market here in 2026, and why this could be the most important year in real estate we've seen since before the pandemic, thinking 2018, 2019 kind of rhythm, if you will. So why don't we just dive on into it? Number one, the transaction rebound is coming. 2026, we're going to see more transactions. For the last 3 years, we've been stuck in what I've been calling a transaction recession in real estate, a transactional recession in real estate. Not a price crash, not a demand collapse, but a complete slowdown in buyer and seller movement. We've seen that. We've been at 30-year lows, sitting at 30-year lows for total U.S. home sales, something that we haven't seen since the 1990s. Keep in mind, we've got about 100 million more people in this country since 1990. You've all felt it. I felt it. The entire industry and economy across the country has felt it, because we've slowed down almost 25% of this country's GDP economically. But here's my prediction. In 2026, Hampton Roads, we're going to see 15 to 20% increase in total transactions. I'm excited about it. I hope you guys are excited about it as well. And why do I say that? Because the freeze is coming to an end. Rates have been easing. We're talking low 6% range, down from 8.5% at the beginning of this year. Inflation is cooling. We're down to 2 to 3% target inflation, which is great. Homeowners who have been stuck are finally loosening their grips. Military relocation cycles are starting to normalize in the military. The capital gains conversations are gaining national momentum. Kevin Sears just went to Congress talking about this. I shared a video a week ago about this. And people are simply just ready to move again. They're ready to start getting going with their lives. They've been waiting 3-4 years in some cases. So when you suppress demand long enough, the pressure is going to start building. And 2026 is the year that that pressure valve lifts and starts to open up. I'm excited about it. Number two, the end of the stay put era. For years now, homeowners stayed put, not because they wanted to stay put really, but because moving just simply didn't make sense for one reason or another. Rates doubled. Inventory vanished, and people didn't want to give up those 2 to 3% mortgages. We call that the golden handcuffs in real estate. And obviously nobody wanted to trigger unnecessary capital gains taxes by selling a home that exceeded the current levels of the exclusion, which I think is going to get doubled real soon. 500 to $1 million for married couples, 250 to 500 for single ones. But here's what's changing. Mortgage rates are stabilizing in the mid 5s to the low 6% range. Prices have flattened enough to create some opportunity in the marketplace, and Congress is being pressured to modernize those capital gains exclusion taxes you've heard me talk about on a couple of videos. And life obviously doesn't wait for perfect interest rates. We're talking the unfortunate divorces, growing families, empty nesters, retirements, relocations. You can't be pent up forever. The market is going to start moving again here in 2026. More people are going to finally start saying, we can't keep waiting forever. We just can't keep waiting forever. Number three, Hampton Roads becomes a national migration target. Not immigration target. We don't want to get into that conversation. A migration target. And this is pretty big, right? Nobody's talking about this. I'm predicting that Hampton Roads becomes one of the top East Coast migration markets in 2025, meaning more people will be moving here. And I'm not just talking with the military in general. And why do I say this? Because think about it. Hampton Roads checks every box. They have a strong military presence, 18 military installations, including the Space Force, expanding tech and shipbuilding sectors. The shipbuilding sector, you've been seeing that on the news, is getting pumped up everywhere. We're in Hampton Roads, a prime spot for it. Affordability compared to places like Washington, D.C., Northern Virginia, New Jersey, New York, up north in general, a lot lower taxes down here as well. Plus, we get the coastal lifestyle without that Florida chaos, and a massive shortage of new construction compared to competing metros. People are looking for markets that are stable, predictable, and livable. Hampton Roads fits that profile perfectly, if you ask me. Wouldn't you guys agree? Number four, Inventory finally starts to loosen up, but it's not going to loosen up everywhere. All right. It's not going to just be a lot of inventory surging into the market everywhere. It will improve throughout 2026. We're going to get that spring market we haven't seen the last 3 or 4 years. The inventory isn't going to be even, but places like Virginia Beach, for example, still going to have low inventory, especially in those highly desirable coastal areas, Great Neck, Shore Drive, anywhere like that's still going to be very tight. Demand will continue to outpace supply there. Not a lot of building. It's pretty well built out in those areas as well. For Chesapeake, we're going to see more move up buyers and more downsizers. So those downsizers will hit the market and the move up buyers are going to sweep up and take those homes, purchase those homes for themselves. In Norfolk, I think we'll see a resurgence of older neighborhoods as affordability pushes buyers more inward into the cities. And as far as Suffolk is concerned, I think it's going to continue to grow as Hampton Roads' next wave of coming markets. It's growing out there. A lot more building in Isle of Wight County, Suffolk, parts of Chesapeake, whereas you're more built out in the city of Norfolk and Virginia Beach. But even with inventory growth, demand still outpaces supply overall, which is going to keep the prices stable and rising moderately. Number 5, prices will rise, but they're not going to get out of control. We don't want them to get out of control anyway. But here is the truth. We're not headed for a crash, and we're not heading for double-digit appreciation either. We did see some double-digit appreciation in the pandemic, which, of course, if you've been watching my videos, you know that appreciation is tied to inflation a bit. We're heading towards a more steady, healthy, and healthy growth, rather. Most likely, probably somewhere in between that 3 and 5% annual appreciation in Hampton Roads. Excuse me for a second. All right. But anyway, because affordability still matters, buyers are stretched but not broken. Prices move at a pace and income with lending and income. So we'll see how the income paces with that. But make no mistake, your home value is not going backwards. 2026 marks the beginning of a new upward cycle. Okay, that's pretty exciting as well. 6, digital marketing becomes the new MLS. People might not like this when I say it, but it is critical. Traditional marketing is dead, right? Digital marketing is the new MLS. I have a exclusive, strategic, aggressive digital marketing strategy. You guys have been seeing it and hearing about it. In 2026, homes sell because video captures their attention. You have to have somebody behind the scenes, behind the helm, if you will, that has a great storytelling capability to create desire. Retargeting is going to put homes in front of the right buyers and keep them engaged. Smart pricing creates urgency as well. So if you have people pricing things way out of control, even the not so good agents and first-time home buyers are going to be able to realize that pretty quick. The agents who understand this are going to dominate in 2026. And the ones who don't will get left behind, which is going to force some retirements of agents and people leaving the business. And if you watch my channel at all, you already know that this is one of the core ways that I operate as far as digital marketing strategies is concerned. But just as a preview there, 15 to 20% of less agents in 2026. Number 7, 2026 is going to be the year of movement. This is my final prediction. People will start moving again. People who've waited for years will finally start to act and make their moves, start planning their moves. Military families will rotate. Downsizers will downsize, upgraders will upgrade, and investors will start to re-enter the market once the rates begin to settle down maybe a little bit more. We'll see how far they go. I don't think we'll get into the 4s, but some 5s for sure. The energy is coming into this market. It's going to be the strongest that we've seen since the mid 2010s, right? 2014, 15, 16. It's that kind of pace and strength coming back into the market. So here's the bottom line I want to share with you guys. 2026 is not the year to hesitate. It's the year to go ahead and start preparing. Preparing now would actually be beneficial for anybody thinking about selling or buying. The year to position yourself to win. We want to think ahead. If you want to move in March, don't think about it in February. Think about it now, right? Your strategy, your equity, that's exactly what I'm here for. I'm John King with Berkshire Hathaway RW Town Realty, helping you win in the Hampton Roads real estate market. I'll see you all around town. And if you enjoyed these predictions, like, share, comment, please. I want to hear what you guys have to think. I'm not perfect. I'm giving you some predictions, giving you some information for free, but I hope it's of value to you. I really, really do. I take some time. I do research all year long. Every single week, I'm updating the stats for you guys. I'm presenting them to you. So like, share, comment. I would really appreciate it. We're going to have a great year in 2026. If you're thinking about buying or selling, I'm John King. Call me, 757-270-3994. I'll see you.